Halloween. For decades, myriads swarmed State Street, summoning boisterous spirits and celebrating an otherworldly revelry. But recently, the fun transformed into belligerent anarchy. This year, the city extinguished the fiery fanatics by fencing off State Street and charging admission. This controversial procedure risked drowning the party spirit, yet everyone had hope for a more enjoyable Halloween.
The history of State Street Halloween is an illustrious one. It spans 3 decades or thereabouts.
It was always, it was just a lot of fun to walk down State Street. And, it wasn't, you didn't feel like your life was threatened or anything. But I can remember very clearly when I felt my life was threatened. It was around 1991 or 2.
They say some years were in excess of 100,000 people. So the mayor has been quoted in press conferences that he would seriously consider using his authority under the state law that are called emergency powers, otherwise known as martial law, to end this event. I thought, maybe I'm wrong, that $5 isn't too much to ask State Street attendees to help defray the hundreds of thousands of dollars in costs to the city.
But this plan to curb the violent partiers was ill-received.
Charging $5 to go on State Street? If you explain that to a bunch of adults as opposed to the city council, they would laugh, if they believe you at all.
I think it's kind of an excuse so they can thin down the numbers and stop people from showing up.
There's no way I'll pay the $5 ticket. Like, I'll either just party on a different street or like right outside the barrier. I don't care.
There's no dome over State Street. Why we got to pay to have a good time? Because, they're saying that, the riots and whatnot. Well, you might be creating a riot by making me pay $5.
Halloween came. Despite protests, the city continued to fence off State Street and charge admission. This effectively deterred many partiers, but spirits on State Street were still boisterous, and the crowd boiled with energy.
This is a great time. This is the best in the world. You're not going to see this anywhere else.
I fucking love Halloween in Madison right now.
But a mob mentality possessed the crowd. The mob swelled with riotous chants, threatening to clash with police. But one officer remained cool and in a symbolic act of goodwill donned a string of festive beads. This necklace exemplified the friendly character of the police and pacified potentially vicious rioters. As State Street emptied, success was evident.
I'm absolutely relieved and pleased with the outcome. As I talk to you, there's still a half hour left of legal bar time, and the street is practically abandoned. I never would have guessed things would go this well in a million years.
The city sighed a breath of relief. The gathering dispersed, leaving only rubbish and horse shit. Heroes were made, violence avoided, and a good time was had. To what do we attribute the success? The $5 entry fee? A more responsive police force? Student sanity? Or a single act of heroic genius?